Hey, blessings to you, Fernando. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Happy blessed Saturday. I pray that all is well. I pray that all is well. I've just been sitting out here enjoying it's so peaceful in this place where I live. It's just so peaceful, and even the weather is just pleasant. And so I've just really been, got me some coffee this morning, and I've just been sitting out here just enjoying the peace and quiet, spending a little bit of time with God. But I felt led to come on again to release just this word and some of the thoughts that God was, sharing with me, and even some of the revelations that He's just really given me. This has really been a season of God just not only showing me how far I've come, showing me how much I've grown, but giving me deeper revelation and a deeper level of wisdom to maneuver throughout this particular season of life. It's also been a season where I've learned to just be content, with the way that things are, while still believing for God to, release whatever it is that He's going to release to me in this season. And so the thought that I was having this morning, I was just kind of reflecting a lot on the previous season of life, and I wanted to just share this quick word. We are in a day and age where people think that it is okay to abuse the people that God sends to them. And a lot of times people don't look at their level of abuse as abuse to the people that God sends to them, but rather a lot of people operate from a place of just pure selfishness and being self-absorbed in general, only worried about, the things that they're going through, only worried about, whatever it is that they are believing God for, that, and the Bible tells us in the end days, people will become more and more like this. But I had this word, and it was so strongly in my spirit. Stop abusing the people that God sends to you. This is like a direct word because what I've learned about God is that, just as He gives, us people, gives us blessings, if we don't take care of those things, God begins to revoke assets. He will remove, what we don't appreciate. He will remove the things that we don't value. He will typically remove. And, when you really think about blessings, God blesses those that take care of what they already have. I'm going to say that again. God blesses those that take care of what they already have. But one of the thoughts that I was having about the previous season was just how drained, how worn down I felt. Hey, Visha, I was just thinking about how drained, how worn down I felt, even in doing ministry, in the last season of my life. And a lot of it stemmed from, me just being so easily accessible to people. And even to a certain degree, letting people drain, me, emotionally and even spiritually, to where it put me in a position, when I was wanting to throw in the towel on ministry, it put me in a position where I didn't want to do ministry anymore. And it's not because I don't enjoy ministry, but back then it was just because I felt so very drained. Hey, Natasha, I felt so very drained in that season. And so, as I was sitting out here just talking, to God, He began to just give me several words, for some of you guys. And you can take it if the shoe fits, wear it, and this may even bring some of you guys into a greater level of just understanding, and choosing to be appreciative, not just for the things that God gives you, but for the people that He places around you in your life, leaders, friends, whoever it is. If the only time that you reach out to a person is when you need something, you should not be reaching out to them. I feel God even now. I ain't even gotten to everything they want me to say. He says I need to say that again. If the only time you are reaching out to a person is when you need something, you should not be reaching out to them. If the only time you reach out to a leader is to pull on their anointing for a prophetic word, for God to confirm something, or even if you just going through something, if that's your only time reaching out to a leader, you should not be doing it. I got to say that again. Boundaries. I'm going to say it again. Because think about it. We feel some type of way when we notice that someone only reaches out to us when they want something. They don't check on you. They don't see how you're doing, or it's always about them and what they need. Us as people, we feel some kind of way. So what makes us think that our leaders don't feel that same type of way. And the thing about it is, people know when you're not being pure or genuine. When you reach out, people, even leaders can tell when a person is just, you just want a prophetic word. You just want me to tell you what God is saying about your situation. And it's like I'm in a season where I've kind of started to ignore and turn a blind eye to people that do that. People that they only want to talk to you when they want to hear what God is saying about what they need to do or what their situation is. And it's just like, it's not fair. And it's really just not right. I'm going to say it again. It's not fair and it's not right. I'm going to say it one more time. It is not fair and it is not right. It's high key witchcraft, right? Because it's manipulative. Even like to a certain degree, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this. People that, they don't ask outright whatever it is that they want you to do, but they will, play the victim and hope that you will have enough sympathy to offer your help. Like, I've never been a fan of that, but people do it. People do it in ministry. And it's just like, be upfront about whatever it is that you want. Be upfront about what your motive is, because God sees. He sees those things. And like for many of us, we're coming out of seasons where we've been abused by people, where we've been overlooked by people, where maybe we've overextended ourselves to people, and it only led us to being hurt. It only led us to feeling like, listen, beat around the bush. It only led to us feeling like mishandled, abused, mistreated, undervalued. And so it's like, as people, we have to learn that we have the right to say no, that people can only genuinely do what we allow them to do, right? And I just believe that for many of us that have had histories of being mistreated by people, abused, used by people, like what God is saying in this hour is just start saying no. And for some people, like, your greatest response is no response. When you open that text and it's that same person, and you get that vibe in your spirit, like they're not, being honest about their motive or their intent behind like reaching out to you. Like sometimes no response is needed. And sometimes, you just flat out need to say no. I'm going to say it again. Sometimes you just flat out need to say no. And it's a boundary. It's you preserving yourself. It's you understanding like, man, it's you understanding the fact that you fought hard to be where you are. And it's like once God begins to give you, that freedom from dealing with that, you never ever want to go back to it. You never want to go back to overextending yourself. You never want to go back to, just letting people, drain you, financially, emotionally, and even to a certain degree spiritually. You just don't want to go back to that. And I was having one of those moments because and I was telling Visha earlier today, that's one thing that like I've learned to appreciate from TikTok is that people genuinely show up to hear the word. It's a lighthearted environment, but we receive God's word. And at the end of the day, I don't have to ever worry about people being in my inbox trying to drain my anointing. I don't have to worry about them, trying to sift the oil that like I've had to toil and endure for. I don't have to worry about it. And, it came, to a point where God had to show me that for me to be able to just realize that, man, a lot of people that were connected, and this ain't for everybody, but it's for some people, a lot of people that were connected to me in the old season, it just showed me to a certain degree just how I'm not even going to say malicious, but I can say malicious some people's intent was. And for some people, they're malicious unintentionally, where they don't realize that they're being self-absorbed. They don't realize that you're just reaching out because you really want me to say, you really want me to tap, which is demonic in itself, to tap into what God is saying about your situation. And it's kind of like this, if you know that you're not adding value to a person's life, and the only time you reach out is when you need something, you shouldn't be reaching out. You really shouldn't be reaching out. And honestly, if we really say that we are children of God, we should be able to check ourselves when our motives are not right for reaching out to a person, when we are seeking people, to be God-like. For real, I was telling God, I said, Lord, the days of me overextending myself, right, are over. The days of me being easily accessible are over. The days of me feeling like I'm being forced to pray for people or prophesy to people, like, it is over. Those days of me just putting up and turning a blind eye to people that I know reach out because, they only want to take what's on the inside of me. It is over. Some people don't care about what you're going through as long as God come through for them. Some people don't be caring about, what kind of day you had. They don't care, if you're celebrating your birth. They just do not care, because all they're concerned about is like themselves. And so it's like, I really believe too that like in this season, God is really exposing people who are just not right. People that have stepped over into idolatry, people that look at you as their provider. They look at you as their God. They look at you to replace who God is supposed to be in their life. Like, God is beginning to like expose that. He's beginning to expose the people that they don't want to, sow into your ministry. They don't want to sow into your life, right? And it's even outside of financially. They're not reaching out to encourage you. They're not reaching out, to check to see genuinely how you're doing. They don't care. He's exposing the people that are just spectators too. They sit on the outside looking in. And I said what I said. He's exposing that in this season. And it's like, when you understand, like, to what degree, because I think people that have a history of people pleasing deal with that the most. But when you step out and really heal from that spirit of being a people please, listen, and then if you confront them about their attitude, you're accused of, man, Natasha, you in the vein. You're accused of attacking them. They'll call you everything but a child of God when you finally put your foot down and say, listen, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Like, they'll get mad if you say, listen, you only reach out to me when you want something. You only reach out when you want prayer. You don't reach out to genuinely check on me. You don't reach out to genuinely pray for me. You don't even care what I have going on. You just do not care. They'll get mad at you. And the truth of the matter is, they're mad because they were so bent on you not ever saying anything. They were so bent on, continuing to use you, misuse the oil on your life, mistreat you. And that's just real. But this is the hour where God is just simply saying, like, no more. Like, it took me actually just sitting back and like reflecting. And I'm like, God, that was why I felt the way that I felt in the old season. That was why I didn't want to do ministry anymore, because I was putting and pouring so much into people. And this ain't for everybody, but I wasn't getting poured into. I wasn't getting poured into. People will see your need. They'll see you going through it, and they still want to drain you. They still want to pull on you. Like, for real. I've even had encounters where, everybody needs, everybody gets to that place where you yourself need prayer. But I've even had people, where God would just to ask them, hey, can you just lift me up in prayer? And they would turn right around and say, well, can you pray for me? Or they would turn right around and start to talk about their issue, and that's just real. Wow, a Christian therapist called you a hypocrite. And honestly, I call that like the pot calling the kettle black. I call that people projecting. And that's really what happens when you begin to like start holding up your boundaries to people that were used to benefiting from you having no boundaries. They manifest. They manifest. They'll call you every name in the book. They'll slander your name. They'll make posts about you, videos about you. The entire time you've done nothing but love them. But, it got to a point where, we all have to learn that, like, man, I matter too. I matter too. I can't let you drain me because you going through. I can't continue to turn a blind eye to the fact that your motives aren't pure. Yeah, because now you see them for who and what they are. And the truth of the matter is, once God begins to like unveil and take the blinders off of your eyes, to remove the scales from your eyes, you can't unsee what he shows you. It don't matter what happens, like what they say, how they apologize. You genuinely cannot unsee what you once saw. And that's the truth of the matter. You can't pour from an empty cup. And then there are some people where, you'll be in a season or have a day where you're just enjoying God restoring you. You're just enjoying the day. And some people would just go out of their way to bring their drama to your life. And it's like, do I not get a day where I get to just actually be happy and get refilled? Yeah. Facts, Visha. He did say that. But that's real. You can't unsee it. And people will say, you holding a grudge. No, I'm not holding a grudge. I just can't unsee what God showed me about you. I can't unsee the damage that you were doing to me. I can't unsee it. I just cannot unsee it. And that's just real. And I was just telling God, like, my word of this season is just no. If it's draining me, no. If I know your motives are not pure, no. If I know you only reach out if you're in need, the answer is no. If I know that you're always making things about you, the answer is just no. It's just no. It's just flat out no. Because at the end of the day, I've learned people put themselves first and they don't care if they drain you. They don't care, if they don't pour into your cup. I just don't care for it in this season. Wow. Wow, Natasha. Wow. The I, me mindset, Visha. Listen, you said it. God gave you that word, the I, me, my mindset. But it's just like in this season, I don't have space for people that don't care about my well-being. I don't have space for people that, misuse the oil on my life. I don't have time for people that don't pray for me. But you want me to pray for you. I don't have time for people to drain me in this season. I just don't, y'all. I don't have time to overextend myself. And I feel like I need to say this. Just because I'm a leader does not mean you're entitled to me. Yeah. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean that you are entitled to my good heart. It doesn't mean that you're entitled to my time. It doesn't mean that you're entitled. And honestly, this was why, one of the reasons why I stopped working with people on the mentoring sessions. Because one thing that I noticed is that people would have the money to pay me, but they would choose not to. They would lie and say, oh, I don't have it. But the entire time they had it, they just didn't value the oil on my life. They didn't care that I had bills to pay. They didn't care. They didn't care that I had things that I needed to take care of. I got tired of running people down for money that they owed me. I got tired of begging. I shouldn't have to go to you and beg for you to give me what you owe me. I shouldn't even have to chase you down. It should be something that you do off top. I can't rock like that. If I owe somebody something, baby, I'm paying you the first chance I get it. You ain't gonna ever have to, go without and wonder, is she gonna pay me back? I shouldn't have to tell you what I'm in need of for you to give me what's respectfully mine. And people do forget that you human, like everybody else. Jesus had boundaries and he's the Son of God. Man, you hit the nail on the head. And people will swear, oh, you being mean, Apostle. I'm not being mean. Yeah. Hey, my friend, she okay? Hey, friend, you come and say hey to me every time. Hello. Stop it. Capone, no. Get down. Back it up. Yeah. But people will swear, oh, Apostle, you being mean. That's not of God. How is it not of God? How? Lack of integrity with some. And it's like this, baby. At the end of the day, I don't want to hear all the excuses in the world for why you cheated me. I don't want to hear the excuses. I don't care about what you have to do. If I feel like I'm coming up on the short end of the stick, and that's just real talk, I don't care about it. I don't care about I don't want to hear the sob story. Because it ain't no excuse for why some people do you the way that they do you. It ain't no excuse in the world. It's no excuse in the world. And I've just gotten to a point where I don't care for the excuses. I don't care for it. I don't want it. I'm good on it. Yeah. And some people don't see that they're really cheating God. And that's just how I feel, y'all. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and so that was kind of like the word that God gave me, Stop cheating, stop misusing, stop abusing the people that God puts around you. Stop making, it all about you. Because just like, everybody has something going on in their life at every single season of your life. Everybody has something. Facts, Visha. Facts. Everybody has something going on. And so, Just because you have something going on doesn't make your need more important than mine. It doesn't make what you're going through more, stressful than what I'm going through. And that's just how I feel about it. And so that's kind of like been where I've been. And I was even telling God, Lord, I really want to turn the ministry phone off on my birthday, because I don't want to be brought down. I want to actually be able to be in a place to actually enjoy it, to actually enjoy my birthday, to be able to enjoy, that day in itself. I deserve to be loved on, to be celebrated, not tolerated. Don't celebrate me when it's convenient for you. But I deserve a day just to enjoy it. And that's how I feel. I'm grateful for you too, Visha. I really am. I'm grateful for all of you guys that, come in on a daily basis. What makes it worse is when it's church folk who, man, listen. In Jesus' name, listen, Natasha, facts. And a lot of times it is the church people. It is people that claim to love God that do the most damage. It is most times church people that have that, as Visha calls it, that I me mindset. A lot of times it is people that'll do you dirty before people in the world will do you dirty. A lot of times it is people that will choose to be selfish. A lot of times it is church people. We can be real. And that's it. That's it. I'm just like, Lord, people think that I don't, get the chance to rest. People don't even care. Even when I was sick this week, people were still messaging me about what they need. And it's just like, Lord, I can't even have a sick day. Now, there were some of y'all that genuinely reached out. Rest, Apostle. Some of y'all actually sowed seed into my life for me to just be able to get what I needed. But it's just like, Lord, when does it stop? When does it stop? And I always tell people, baby, I'm not your personal prophet. I'm God's apostle. I'm nobody's personal prophet. I don't like when people say stuff like that. Don't come to me when because you know I hear God's voice. Facts. Facts, Visha. Facts. Sorry, y'all. My little puppy, he's somewhere. He doing something. I don't know where he is. Hey. Y'all, Bo is so funny. But that's how I feel. No. Yeah. And the thing that I've learned too is that people will receive all the prophetic words of a leader, but will not sow into that leader's life. They'll sit and they'll watch a leader toil, watch a leader go without, watch a leader struggle, knowing that this leader has gone over and beyond to pray for them, to prophesy to them, to help them. I was peeping in on him. He was listening, his little self, in the blinds, still in the blinds. Stop. But yeah. In this season, I'm just not doing it. I'll never withhold a prophetic word, but you shouldn't be coming to me to drain any type of oil off of my life if you've not sown some type of seed, not even financial. Pray for me, and that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel about it in this season. And so that's it, y'all. That was kind of what God wanted me to share on today. That was what he wanted me to share. And so I'm actually about to get off of here so that I can relax a little bit. I'm finally feeling so much better, y'all. I'm fine. The oil cost me something. It didn't come free. But I'm finally feeling so much better, y'all. I'm finally feeling get down. But I'm finally feeling so much better. And I just want to relax today. That's it. That is it. The only thing that I need today, y'all, is food. The only thing I ate yesterday, I actually had a donut yesterday, and it was pretty good. It was a little bit overrated, but it was good. And so today, the only thing that I need is just something to eat. That's it. I had that was literally the only thing I ate yesterday was a donut. And so today I need food. That's it. That is just it. I am Natasha, and I'm gonna enjoy my birthday tomorrow. I really am. And so for those of y'all that sow seed into my life, whether you're sowing to bless me for my birthday, whether you're just sowing into the need, I didn't have Dunkin' Donuts. It was like I've never had Dunkin' Donuts. But it's like a little, I don't want to say hole in the wall donut shop, but it's a donut shop that was recommended to me. And it was it was a butter roll that I got, not a cinnamon roll, but like a butter roll. It was actually pretty good. It was actually pretty good. I had just enough to get it yesterday. And so that was what I had yesterday. And that was really all I had yesterday. But today I do know that I do need to eat something of substance. And so I spent the last of what I had like $5, and I spent that to get me some coffee to drink, like for the Keurig. And so honestly, do I want groceries? It doesn't matter. Either one, Natasha. I'm not picky. I do plan to go eat breakfast tomorrow. I do plan to go and get breakfast tomorrow. It doesn't matter though. It's whatever God leads you to do. I just know I'm gonna need to eat today at some point. But yeah, it's whatever God leads you to do. But breakfast is, I'm going to get me some breakfast tomorrow, y'all. I told God, I said, Lord, I'm going to get me some breakfast. I'm going to another broken egg. I want me some French toast or some pancakes. I want it. I definitely want it tomorrow. Because I haven't had it in a while. And so, thank you so much, Natasha. That's just it, y'all. That's just it. And I am going to enjoy it. 33. Y'all, I could almost cry. I really could. Like, for real. The year 32 it was a tough year. And I woke up this morning and I said, Lord, I'm grateful that I made it, you know. Oh man. I'm just so grateful, y'all. It was a painful year. You know, I went through so many transitions, so many different things. And this morning I woke up and I said, Lord, I'm grateful that you kept me. Like, y'all, I mean that, like, for real. Like, out of the purest place of my heart, I'm grateful. You know, the beginning of this year, I couldn't even fathom getting to September. I couldn't even think about, you know, a birthday or anything like that. And I am really grateful. And it's not about like material things. I'm grateful that God killed me. I really am. I'm so grateful that he kept me. I'm so grateful. I feel like I need to say that again. I'm so grateful, y'all. I'm so grateful because there was a point where I really didn't think I was going to make it. It really was a point when I really didn't think, and I'm still here. I'm still here. When I thought I wasn't going to make it through, by his grace, I did. And so I owe God everything. I owe him everything. And that's why I can just be content. Like, y'all, I can really just be content. I've learned to just be content. When stuff happens, you know, I just be like, God, I done made it through some of the worst things of my life, and I'm still here. And so, absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm so grateful. I woke up this morning and that's all I could say was, God, I'm grateful. I really and truly am. And so that's it, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. If you feel led to sow, The links are there. Again, I just want to get me something to eat today. I am going to eat breakfast tomorrow, but just want something to eat today. I kind of have a taste for rotel, for cooking some rotel. That's really what I have a taste for today. But yeah, God knows. Man, I owe him everything, Visha. Every ounce of my time, every ounce of my resources, every ounce of my heart, my energy, my soul. I owe it all to him. I could never repay God for what he's done for me, who he's been to me. Listen, I could never repay him. But listen, I'm going to try every single day to pay him back for how good he's been, how much he's kept me, how he's covered me. He's so good, y'all. He's so good. He's so good. And I even feel like, Lord, if you never do anything else, Papa, you've done enough. You've done enough. You've kept me. You have done enough. And so that is it, y'all. I love y'all, man. I am rooting for you guys. And so I'll be going live on TikTok. I didn't even realize I'd been on here this long. But I'll be going live on TikTok in around 40 minutes. And so I pray that you guys can join us. And so listen. Hello, Visha. Hello. And so that's it, y'all. I will see y'all on TikTok at 12. I almost said 9:30. I'm so used to saying 9:30, but 12 noon. So that's in around 49 minutes. And so that's it, y'all. Listen, it's 11 where I am. I almost said 9:30. I'm like, God, it's 11. It's 11 my time, but 12 my time. So I'll be going live in around 49 minutes. TikTok, I don't know if TikTok does send out notifications, but what I can do, Natasha, is I try to send them to you. Like those of y'all that I'm following, I send it to y'all. So yeah, I am an hour behind y'all. I will send it to y'all. I'll send it out. I'll be sure that I tag you in it. And so that's it, y'all. She says it does send out notifications. Okay. So listen, I love y'all. I'm rooting for y'all. And so until next time, y'all. Peace.